welcome to another VOD review. Today we're playing Wukong into Master Yi, and we turbo one draft this game. Karma versus Galio. Karma can always match Galio, usually. Karma also has push threat, and they have a Master Yi jungle, so the game's a 4v5 for them. We also have Vanilla, which destroys Yi and Irelia in all team fights, or it makes them almost impossible for them to play. So they got really outdrafted this game. It should have been a dodge, but it wasn't. We're also going for an invade. It's solo queue, so invading is always good. Here, Master Yi warded topside, and bot lane warded mid bush, which is usually fine, but the problem with this is they don't allow you to see blue side, so in case this does happen, you're kind of screwed. Here, Rel goes in really soon, and then because of that, both of us are forced to flash, and Nautilus is getting away, but we do end up killing him. I think if Nautilus decided to Q me instead of the wall, it would have been a 1-for-1 trade, and that actually would have been really bad for me. But thankfully Nautilus chose not to Q me. Rel is being a hero bro and tanking blue buff. This is actually really good for me. Wukong's clear early is kind of tough if he's down a potion and he's 50 hit points. But because Rel tanked those first hits by blue, it makes the clear not that bad. Really weird junglers like Master Yi. Same with like Fiddlesticks and a couple other examples, maybe Shyvana. Like full clear junglers, I really like invading them because it really puts off their pathing. And then like see for example Master Yi, he did red buff and now he wants to invade my blue side because he doesn't want to lose all his camps. So he's going to do all my blue side camps, and that means I can take all his top side, which means that he has zero access to bot side, which is usually good for me. He's now able to play around bot. And also I have Ornn into Irelia. If you want to dive Ornn, it's definitely doable, but you're diving in Ornn. Great, you set the Ornn behind, he hits level 13, and then you're wondering why you ganked that roll. Here I go bot lane, I'm just picking up free kills. Rel gets the shutdown, that's a little bit unlucky. I think Nyla pings us off the minions, somewhere in there. I think it's probably better to push it, but it's fine. The wave. Yeah, it's definitely better to crash this under tower. If I crash this under tower before this wave gets, then Seraphine misses all these minions too. But that's okay. Minion wave management. So Ornn got dove top lane, and then they tried to redive and Ornn DP'd. Ended up not working out. So that's why Ornn is one of the best picks in solo queue. Because it's a tank, and it's one of the best scaling tanks in the game. And I always love it when Ornns are on my team. Nyla is helping out with Krugs, I don't know why. That's okay. Galio places a really good ward. I didn't know the ward was there, so I'm wasting a bit of time here. And now Master Yi is pathing topside. Both his Raptors and Krugs are both level 1. So this is really bad for him. He's now passing to River Scuttle. Keep forgetting all the names. Nyla is limit testing to the max. She has Conk. Karma's doing her thing, being Karma. Yi is a little bit lost this game. He thinks that diving Ornn is the way to victory. So he full well agrees to just splitting the map, which means I get access to all of his top side again, which are all leveled up. And now they dive Ornn again. This does end up working out. Ornn gets really screwed over. But it's Ornn. I think if you play Ornn, you have to have a strong mental. And he will go about his day. Seraphine, being a solo queue special, decides to die when the wave's pushing out without her support. And Nautilus is looking a little bit tilted. But he's doing the correct play of just waiting for the wave to crash in. Or at least waiting for his ADC before he can contest the wave. And here I make a mistake. I actually don't think I should be doing dragon here. I think I should do wolves and raptors and then just reset with items. I don't know that my top side's up, so I wouldn't be too sure. But I said do dragon. Soul's not really our win con here. I think we just win regardless. And I think if Rel was here, this would have been a lot easier to do this dragon. We had bot push, but Nyla decided that contesting 1v2 was a little bit more important. Unfortunately, she does fall, but that's okay. So Rel does help me out. We take the dragon. It's cool. Really gets full vision on my top side, but that's okay. And then we're going for a mid lane play, which does not work out. We use mid lane tank Gallia. Very fun. Then again, I am playing Wukong. Not really much going on right now. Just farming it up. They decide to path bot side. I think Master Yi, or I don't envision my top side. But I'm pretty sure Master Yi cleared all my camps. I didn't know he didn't. So I could path top side, but I didn't, and now I'm just chilling in a bush. Galio thinks that Irelia is the win con this game. Which I don't know why. But he does ult back mid to help out Nautilus. I'm going to secure Krugs. Orin being frozen on decides to be the bigger man, take my Gromp, lose a wave, it's okay. And us, seeing that Nautilus was roamed mid and got caught out, we decided to dive Seraphine. And if I were to guess, Seraphine is probably a little bit more important than the Orin. So Seraphine having a little bit tough luck, loses the entire wave. Now she's going to start losing some plates. Me, I'm going to recall, I have a lot of gold. Orin still being frozen on, decides to see if he can make something happen mid. Can't. I think I ping here because I don't know where the enemy jungler is. And our bot lane makes it out safely. I think that's a first. Karma matching Galio in the room. Gets a little bit of damage. Not that bad. Me going topside for the first time this game. I understand that Irelia is being frozen on, or freezing on, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about this unless I'm 6. So I'm just farming camps. I'm 6 and 2 camps, which was wolves and blue. And I think I'm typing that to my Orin right now. But spectator, you can't see what I'm typing. Bot lane, meanwhile, deciding to contest. And Nyla uses her W. A little bit sus. Rel misses everything, and getting a little bit taken out. But on the top side of the map, where I am, Orin's getting frozen on, decided to help him out. Thing about Orin is this guy's been dove twice. He buys full tank, and he's still able to one-shot Irelia. So that's always nice. I decide to dive Irelia. I flash on it just to secure the kill. Definitely not necessary, but I know he's a really good player. I don't want him to turn that. If he turns that, it's really bad. Also, Rift Herald's up. Yi gets my bot side, but doesn't really matter. I get Rift Herald. This is a perfectly fine trade. Bot lane dying here was pretty unfortunate. I probably could have pinged it, but it is what it is. And here it's nice that I did Dragon, because now they can't do Dragon. And also, diving Nyla, I think is just impossible. I don't know what Master Yi's thinking. I don't even remember if this works, so let's see what happens. So Nyla presses the you don't get to have fun button, and Master Yi does not get to have fun. And yeah, it was a really good dive. So Master Yi, instead of doing all of my bot side and completely screwing me, decides to dive the Nyla. So yeah, also a little bit sus. Galio now coming in, he wants some too. And Rel with the counter engage. Master Yi proving his worth as a champion by hitting the Karma twice and then doing nothing. I think here we managed to get a kill. Karma flashes for flash. No, it's just a summer spell trade. Orin teleporting in. I was actually pinging, or question mark pinging Orin at this time. because this top wave is absolutely massive that he loses. So he's been dove twice, losing 2 waves, and now he has to TP to help his team. So this Ornn is really far behind the enemy top laner. But he's Ornn and not Vayne, so that's nice. Yeah, I have Divine Sunder at 10 minutes. Ornn is busy affecting the map. Yeah, this guy, I don't know. If you play top lane, just pick Ornn. This character does not lose lane. I don't know what it is. We decide to engage here on the Seraphine. Really unfortunate that the Nyla Q missed. And they both fall. Well, trying to outplay it. And here, I wanted to see if I could help my team, and I realized that I was a bit too late to the party. They decided to capitalize on my karma here, and I kind of didn't want that to happen. I also didn't want them to take Dragon, because they don't really have the ability to contest. And I'm a Sunder Wukong. You can't really kill me. Or also Master Yi. So they decide to engage, and they can't. I still have ult ticking, I kind of want to use it. So they fight me, and it's just Wukong things. The reason why I held my E there was so I can get Sunder proc. And then I also Q a ward there, that's completely my bad. But they get completely destroyed. If Master Yi was literally any other character, I would not contest that dragon. Also spawn Rift because they all died, and we can pretty much just take mid tower against some plates. Nyla is helping me doing dragon this time, so it just drops. This is really good for us. I think here I'm going to help out Karma push mid tower. Just get that under. I think Wukong is really strong this match. I think his early clear is really lacking, so I don't think he's going to be played that much in pro play. But I think in solo queue he's really, really good. Because it's really hard to punish. Because, I don't know, just you get this Master Yi, and this guy's just awful at the game. Picks Master Yi and coin flips the entire game. And then I'm allowed to just go 5-0-3. No consequence. Here, my Raptors are starved. Master Yi starved this a long time ago. Haven't really been farming this game, so I just now realize. Here I'm trying to make up my mind what I want to do. And I think bot, because I know bot lane's going to fight. Here, Galio is pushing mid, but I didn't know that at the time. And also I have no clue where Master Yi is. So I'm just trying to cover bot lane. Unfortunately, Nyla does fall. But I'm here in case they want to kill my Rel. And I think we decide to push for the tower. But we see Galio, and we decide to back up. Yeah, Master Yi gets my top side, but I think I invade him. Not too sure. I'm also sitting on quite a bit of gold. I haven't recalled in a little bit. Here I'm looking to see if I can find them. Nope. Decide to invade. Ornn, being Ornn, gets dove twice, and as a TP bot, missing 5 million waves. Still being able to out jungle and out top lane, both the opposing laners. Master Yi showing why he's the best jungler in the game by doing a total of absolutely nothing. And Karma also showing why she's the best mid laner in the game. And bot lane manages the match, and now the enemy team is on the run, and Galio does fall. And here I'm just chilling in a bush. I think I want to pick Seraphine here, but it's a bit unpickable. So I'm being a whole lot of useless. But we decide to make a play topside. And Ornn makes it out with his flash. He's still chilling in the dragon. Holy. That was about 20 seconds that I wasted, but that's okay. I probably should have pushed bot wave. That would have been the correct decision. I had no clue where Seraphine was, but it makes sense that she was just pushing mid. And Seraphine, solo queue special. When I reset, I buy a completed Chempunk. Everyone on the team is healing. Seraphine has a crap ton of healing, even if she's building Leandries. He has some healing, and so does Aurelia. Chempunk is really gold efficient. Gives a lot of stats. For 2800 gold, 55 AD, 250 health, and 25 ability haste. Not including the passive, that's just insanely high. We compare to Sunder, 40 AD, 300 health, 20 ability haste. But it's a difference of about 500 gold, and one of them is also a mythic. Here, there's a fight on top side. Wukong showing why he's a little bit better than the Master Yi champion. And it's a slaughter. We do manage to take Orin, but we get 3. Nautilus also with 5 kills. If those were on Seraphine, the game probably would have been a lot harder. Rift Herald also spawning. I want to get that the second it comes up. I think Rift Herald is always better than Dragons in solo queue. I think in pro play it's a little bit different because soul stacking, also how long games go. But Rift Herald is just, in solo queue you can just get 2 towers with Rift if they play poorly. You win one team fight, like for example there, if I had a Rift, that's top T1 and top T2 gone. And now it's 6-0-5, 2 completed items, I'm just going to farm it up. Layla on the run, bot side. Trying to make it out. I think she should be fine. Oh, she is very much not fine. 500 gold over to the Master Yi. Luckily, that champion is worthless. I believe dragon spawning soon. Or maybe not. Never mind, dragon is not spawning soon. They're just as for bot lane. But Ornn is TP, so it's completely fine for him to push. I reset, I get B2. I think Ionian Boots on Wukong is very strong. Wukong is not a HP tank. He is a tank through mitigation. What I mean by that is, I also fail a dash over the wall. The way Wukong is really tanky is because he's killing his opponents, also because he can outplay them with his clone. So it's not that he's able to survive a lot of burst, but he's able to nullify people from being able to burst him. I think that's what makes Wukong really good. He also has Divine Sunder. I think there's no better mythic on Wukong. You just go Sunder, you heal 200 HP on a Q, and you play around that. And no one on the enemy team is healing cut, except for Ignite on Nautilus, which basically means I'm getting the full efficiency of Divine Sunder. Ornn matching bot side and also teleporting top. Ornn really carried this game. He played really, really well, at least in comparison to everyone else. And this is third dragon. This is Mountain Soul. Mountain Soul on this comp is just a little bit broken. Yi will never deal any damage, especially because he's going Bork into Duskblade. Irelia also will never deal any damage. And Seraphine will basically have to 1v9, but the problem is she's playing Seraphine into Wukong, Ornn, and Rel. Basically means she's not playing a champion. Ornn sees that they're pushing mid, decides to clear the wave. That's a tank, by the way. Perfectly balanced. Nilla decides to go in. That's also a tank, by the way. And Master Yi goes in, and he does end up falling. So that's a 3-for-1. Not bad. And here I'm just pushing bot side, dropped Rift that I took. This grants me 600 gold. So that Rift Herald take granted me 300 from Rift Herald, and 600 from bot T2. And I definitely would not have been able to get that, at least within duration that I did, if I didn't take Rift. So that's a 900 gold swing in my pocket. So obviously Rift is just a broken objective. I think the first one is obviously better than the second, but the second one's also good. And teammates also managed to crack open mid. Now I'm just going to farm my wolves, pathing topside. Karma buying Moonstone, this is really nice. Ornn playing a little bit aggressively. I think we're just waiting on objectives. We have Nash in a minute. And I think I see in here that my teammates are fighting. Rel decides to flash in. That's quite aggressive. And Seraphine gets a nice 3-man ulti. Irelia comes in full combo. So not looking good for my team. But I'm here. I see that I don't really want to go in 1v5. Master Yi decides to ult. I press my W key, full HP. I decide to re-engage because the comp sucks. And yeah, Irelia flashing in. Galio and Master Yi going in just to die. That is a full team ace, minus the Seraphine, so not a team ace. But that's a quadra kill. A lot of gold in my pocket. 2.5 items. I'm going DD third, DD into BC, and I'd be immortal. Soul spawning in about 3 minutes, Nash spawning soon. This game is all but over. I think we're pushing mid inhib, and then we're going to walk to Nash. And it's a little bit hard to play from here. Karma's Moonstone, and that's the FF vote. that is game. And I'm gonna be trying doing these more often, though I have pretty bad with my speech, and I'm trying to get better at that. Also, maybe record some videos live. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.